Okay, YouTube, welcome back to another video. We just completed our run this morning there. That was a 2 times 20 minutes steady, 10-minute warm-up, 20 minutes steady, 1k easy, 20 minutes steady, 10k easy. So that was around about 12k, just over 12k there, about 65 minutes worth of work. So not a bad start to the day. We're currently 1 week out from Hyrox Cardiff. Plans have changed for that, which I will talk you through later on. But right now, I'm off to go get my meal one. Tell you what, if it's one thing that I do not miss about the UK, it's the Pure Gym treadmills. Clunky as fuck, make you sound like a shit brick house, and they only go up to 60 minutes. I think on the treadmills back in Bali at Reload Sanctuary, I was boxing off half marathons, 24Ks. Wouldn't be able to do that on a Pure Gym treadmill, I tell you. Tell you what though, if it is one thing that I do miss about the UK, it is that fucking fresh air in the morning. Like, I feel like I've legit become a better athlete since coming back to the UK with being in Bali the past 3 months. Out in Bali, you're forced to adapt. You have to adapt to that sort of humidity. I've come back here straight away, my first run, I kind of went, oh, it's not too bad here, and I felt like I was absolutely fucking flying. So yeah, there's going to be a lot more outdoor runs in the near future. One, because the humidity's not as bad, and two, so I'm not going to have any wild rabies fueled dogs attack me. Right, so we are back at the desk. Had meal one. That was the standard 5 whole eggs, 100 gram of oats, 30 gram of whey, with some honey, just the normal meal one in which I would have been having prior to Bali. But like I say, we're ready to lock in some work now. We've got a team meeting and then we've got a few things to wrap up. Day off check-in, so this is mainly going to be a creative day, an education day, just tying up a lot of loose knots. That's ultimately that. But before I go on to the team call, I did want to share with you something in which I received earlier this week by a good friend and client of mine, Jimmy Fern. So Jimmy, like I say, good friend, client of mine, and he's been working incredibly hard on this behind the scenes now for quite some time. He's been keeping me posted, he's been letting me know what's going on, etc., how production is coming along, and he has essentially created a electrolyte product. He sent me out this package now that he has got the final formula in place, and I can honestly say I'm seriously impressed. Like, for those of you that know me, I swear by electrolytes first thing. I wake up and hydrate with electrolytes each and every morning. The only problem is that getting your hand on some decent electrolytes that actually taste good is an absolute mission. These, on the other hand though, they're absolutely superb. In regards to the ingredients and the overall formula, it's absolutely spot on. They come in this little sachet format, so not only is the packaging super clean, but each and every serving comes in this sachet format, so you're not having to mess around with a scoop, a powder or anything like that. It doesn't get messy. You simply just tear this open, add this to some water, around about 500 to 750 milliliters of water, and you're good to go. It mixes incredibly easy, and it also tastes absolutely amazing, which, like I say, that's the most difficult part when it comes to finding a good electrolyte, because majority of them you feel like you're just gagging on a mouthful of salt, and that's not really what you want. So this is blueberry flavor. Like I say, you just tear open here, pour into your drink, and as you can see, like, already I haven't even shaken that up yet, mixed it or anything. It's not gone all clumpy, it's not all sat at the bottom. It literally mixes so easily. Like, it's an absolute joke. So yeah, I've just been sticking one in one of these big bottles each and every day for whilst I'm sat at my desk, and honestly, they taste absolutely amazing. They taste absolutely amazing. Like I said, they're probably one of the only electrolyte supplements in which I've tried where it doesn't feel like you're drinking a mouthful's worth of salt. This is blueberry flavor. Highly recommend. It's just a very nice, subtle blueberry taste. It's not too strong. It's not too overpowering. It's just perfect to have in your bottle of water and ultimately sip throughout the day. Hydrate with first things. Like I said, it's not too strong, not too overpowering. So for first thing in the morning, be absolutely perfect. Like I said, I swear by electrolytes for that energy boost first thing, improving cognitive function throughout the day, especially around your training window as well, when it comes with helping with performance, muscle contractions, etc. So yeah, that's absolutely perfect, and was really excited to try them, because like I said, I know Jimmy's been working incredibly hard on them behind the scenes. Jimmy and his business partner, I'm not sure what his business partner's name is, but they've absolutely fucking smashed that one there. So I don't have a code for you, unfortunately, because Jimmy literally just sent them out to me based off of just wanting an opinion on them, I would would say. He knows I don't chat shit. He knows I'll give him my honest opinion. So I assume that's why he sent them out to me. And of course, he's a good friend and client, like I say. He did not ask for that review at all. Like, unfortunately, I don't have a code for you because he did not ask for a review. He hasn't asked to have me affiliated with the brand or anything like that. He simply just sent them out in order for me to try, and I wanted to give a review there because why would I not want to support my mate's business, right? Of course I do. So yeah, they're absolutely spot on. They've smashed it with them ones. If you do want to get your hands on some, then I will leave a link in the bio. Go and support. They've absolutely smashed them. And you should all be waking up and hydrating with electrolytes first thing. You'd be silly not to. Right, so just been sat here getting some work boxed off over the past few hours now. Had a few consultation calls and then literally just now filmed a Loom video, which was just a breakdown of Jeffrey's photo shoot prep. Not sure if you would have seen the result across my page already. I've posted a few updates, haven't posted the final images yet. One, mainly because we haven't had them back from the shoot in the last video in which you would have saw. You would have saw some of the behind the scenes if you did see the last video. But just filmed a short little Loom for the New Gen community, just breaking down Jeffrey's photo shoot prep as a whole in regards to how we achieved the result, as and when we made manipulations and why they worked, and just giving them a little bit of an insight as to what a photo shoot prep with New Gen may look like for those that, of course, may be interested in doing one in the future. We always get a good number on our photo shoots. They're always a great atmosphere on the day. If you're watching this and you ever considered doing a photo shoot prep, 100% do one. It will be one of the most fulfilling, rewarding things in which you ever do. But yeah, ultimately just a little Loom video breakdown there, just trying to provide as much value to the community as possible. It's not just about getting lads in shape, it's about explaining the key fundamentals, the process and the systems behind how we get lads in shape and how we achieve the results in which we achieve. Because coaching for me, it's not about getting lads in shape and just there you are, there's your result. It's about teaching the process behind it. So that way we don't just get lads in shape, but they build them skills and fundamentals and that key understanding on how to stay in shape. That's what coaching is. And if coaching is something in which you're interested in, you want a little bit more of an insight into, then there will be a link in my bio to join my one-to-one team. But we will soon be off to the gym for a big old upper lift. But in the meantime, I will show you a new purchase in which has just arrived at the door. Now, I've been needing an upgrade for quite some time because at the minute my quote-unquote health tracker is an Apple Watch. But obviously I'm doing a lot of running now, I'm doing a lot of Hyrox work, and the problem with the Apple Watch is that it doesn't actually tell you the pace in which you're running at unless you are on a run, and then every single K it will just tell you the average pace. It doesn't tell you the pace in which you are actually running at in time. So even though the packaging is absolutely cooked now, I went and got myself a Coros Pace 4, which I'm currently wearing. I'm not sure if you can see, it's not actually on at the minute, but that is going to be my new health tracker in which I go with. Now, I've tried multiple health trackers through my years of bodybuilding, physique development, etc, etc. I've had Fitbits, I've had Aura Rings, most recently an Apple Watch. Never had a Garmin, to be fair, never had a Garmin. And that was what I was leaning towards, either a Garmin or a Coros Pace 4. But I spoke to a few runners, a few Hyrox athletes, and a lot of them did recommend a Coros. Pretty sure my coach uses one as well, and done a bit of research, because one of my good friends uses a Garmin 2554 runner, I believe, and my coach uses a Coros Pace 3. This is actually a Coros Pace 4 though, so it's an upgrade from the Pace 3. And I kind of compared the both, a Garmin 2554 runner and a Garmin Pace 4, Coros Pace 4, sorry. And the Coros Pace 4, from what I understand and the research in which I've done, it's just a lot more simple and straightforward than a Garmin 255. And that's just what I want. I want convenience. I want something that's simple to use, straightforward. So it's quite easy to set up. Seems pretty easy to work your head around, especially someone like me. I'm shite when it comes to tech. Absolutely shite. So I didn't want something that was going to be super confusing and took me a little while to get my head around, especially with Cardiff being next week. I wanted to just get something which tracked my runs, told me the pace in which I was running at, tracked my heart rate, my sleep. It also does HRV, does recovery scores. So yeah, it kind of just seemed to do the job. Plus I was able to get one off my protein, and they sent me a free box of protein bars as well. So
fucking spot on. But yeah, that is the new fitness tracker now. I can honestly say though, out of all the fitness trackers in which I've had, the Fitbit was just basic, simple, done the job. The Aura Ring was fucking brilliant. I lost it though, which was shit. Plus on my bodybuilding journey, it wasn't quite ideal when I was fluctuating between weight and whether my hands were chunky during the off season or a lot thinner during prep. It would I would have to switch the finger in which it sat on, which yeah wasn't ideal. I'm not sure if a lot of other bodybuilders would experience the same issue as well, most probably. But the Apple Watch was honestly one of the worst investments in which I ever made. The good thing about the Coros Pace 4 is that the battery life I think is 18 to 20 days. The Apple Watch, you need to charge it virtually each and every night, which is not ideal when you're wanting to track your sleep. So yeah, I feel like this is just going to be a hell of a lot more convenient for me. Happy with it so far. I guess I will give you an update within the next few videos on how I'm finding it. But yeah, for those of you that are into your running now or your Hyrox, whatever it may be, stay tuned for a review. See you at the gym.
So we're halfway through the session right now. We've done 2 shoulders, 2 chests, now onto back. And I haven't filmed any of it. So yeah, we're off to a great fucking start.
Literally just realised my suitcase is still in my room, still unpacked. Fuck, that is poor. That is poor. But anyway, for those of you that can forgive me for being such a shit YouTuber there and barely filming any of my session, and you want to know the ins and outs of that session, I'll leave it right there. But anyway, in regards to plans for Hyrox Cardiff next week, should get a good few vlogs out of that weekend because boy, have I dropped myself in it. Fuck me if I dropped myself in it. I say I've dropped myself in it. I'm still very excited for it, but there could be potentially 3 races that weekend now. So, long story short, to kind of bring you up to speed, I had a solo on the Thursday and I had a doubles on the Sunday. So I was just going to spend a long weekend there. I thought solo Thursday, couple of days of recovery in between, pro doubles on Sunday, and then I'll have a nice lengthy period of time in order to improve prior to Hyrox Birmingham come October. My doubles partner for Sunday ended up pulling out, unfortunately, so I was on the search for a new partner. And then as of recently, I ended up filling a spot for Ben Bray because he was going to be doing a doubles on the Friday, an open doubles, with one of the new gen clients, Reese, which you would have met in my first ever Bali vlog where we done the doubles sims together. So Ben ended up getting an MRI. I think he's got a stress fracture or it's early signs of a stress fracture, so he cannot run for a period of time. So I thought to myself, right, I can fill the spot for Ben and do that open doubles on the Friday. That would, yes, not even really leave me or just leave me over 24 hours of recovery prior to them running that open solo. But I could then go up on the Wednesday, stay that Wednesday night because I'm now racing. I found out that I'm racing at 8:30 a.m. that Thursday morning. I could then stay that Thursday night, do the open doubles, and then just head home. And then I've got the weekend to chill, recover, relax, and get ready to hit the ground running Monday with what will now be the start of a photo shoot prep prior to Marbella. So that was the game plan set. That was the game plan set. Thursday, solo, Friday, doubles, chill, job done. Probably would have treated myself to a nice cheeky off plan over the weekend. Then my former doubles partner for Sunday messaged me saying, oh bro, I can now do the pro doubles on Sunday. Basically, reason he pulled out is because he's now doing a mixed doubles on that Sunday morning and he's basically going for podium and world championship qualification, which I completely understand. That's absolutely fine. But now where that mixed doubles is early in the morning and our race time isn't until like 7 p.m. in the evening, he's kind of just seeing that as like a double session now. Like, oh, I could do the mixed doubles in the morning and then I can do our pro doubles in the evening. We'd both be pretty cooked, but that we just thought, you know what, get some time out racing, see it as an experience, because again, the next UK Hyrox is not until Birmingham in October. So yeah, I may have landed myself 3 races over Hyrox Cardiff weekend, which pretty heavy. I've never done more than 1. Well, I've done a doubles and a relay at Olympia, but I've never done a solo and 2 doubles. That's pretty fucking heavy, right? So let's not forget, on a relay you do 2K's worth of running and you do 2 stations, so it's less taxing, of course, because you're not even really doing half a race. But yeah, I may have landed myself 3 races that weekend, and as much as I want to turn around and make the sensible decision and be like, look, I just need to pass on Sunday and not do it ultimately, because I would literally have done 2 races back to back with a day recovery, and then I'll be heading back up on the Sunday in order to do a pro doubles. Problem with me is that I'm a bit of a fucking idiot. I wouldn't say no to that, right? I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just like that impulsiveness inside of me, but I would just see it as like, well, it's time out racing. It's going to be a good laugh. It's going to burn the calories. It's going to be some good exercise. I mean, I wouldn't get too caught up on the time in which I get, but for me, I would just see it as experience. So we're going to see. Harry's going to let me know, my pro doubles partner for Sunday. He's going to let me know how he feels, because he has a pro solo that weekend as well. We're only just going to see. We're going to play it by ear. So I'm definitely going to be racing Thursday and Friday. I then head home that Friday evening, chill Saturday, and then I could be heading back up there on the Sunday, depending on how we feel. But yeah, I'm the type of guy where I will always make the decision based off of what will lead to the best story. And even though that's not like a crazy story, it's like, oh, 3 races in 1 weekend. Yeah, I did that one time back when I was a young whippersnapper that could bounce back from anything. Because trust me, time's going to catch up, and I probably won't be able to train at that capacity one day in the far distance, in the far future. But yeah, that's ultimately where my head's at with it now. But that is ultimately the game plan for next weekend. So we could get a few good vlogs out of that. But that's that. As regards to the times in which I'm aiming for the first 2 races, obviously I'd love a sub 70 solo, and me and Reese, we want to get a sub 60 open doubles. Now, as for the pro doubles, it depends how cooked I am. I'll probably decide at the start line, yeah, I think I could probably do this, maybe sub 65, sub 60, we'll see. But anyway, that's that there. See you in the next vlog. Like, share, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. See you in the next one.